we're continuing with your test 10. We're on number 19. So and we're going to start for number 19, and we're going to go all the way to the next page. Well, just the next page and of your test here to finish up, So, but number 19. Tim Allen bought 3 Series EE savings bonds with a face value of $100 each. How much did he pay for the bonds? Well, face value means in 17 years, face value, those bonds are going to be worth $100 each. But you're going to have to wait for like 10 or 17 years. So how much are you going to pay for them? Of course, you're not going to pay $100. You're going to have to pay half. So if there are 3 of them, basically EE savings on face value $100 each, then each is going to cost $50, right? And so you can make money, right? So 50 times 3 is 150. So for 3 savings bonds that will give you $300 in the end, you'll pay half, right? Okay, number 20. Sue Degani pays an annual fee of $10 for her safety deposit box. Lynn Porter pays $12.25 for her deposit box. How much more will Lynn pay for renting the box over a period of 5 years? So Sue's going to pay $10. Lynn's going to pay $12. But we would know in 5 years. So in 5 years, how much do they pay? Well, we need to say 10 times 5 would be 50. So Sue, in 5 years, Sue's gonna pay $50. Lynn, 12.25. Make sure you times this out and show your work right here. Show your work. 12.25 times 5. And just don't do it in a calculator. Show it out. You got 61.25. So Lynn's paying 61.25 in 5 years, and Sue's paying 50. So how much more does Lynn have to pay? Well, 61.25 minus 50. Make sure you do that out. So there you go. So number 21. Doug Fox purchased $100 in traveler's checks. He had to pay a 1% fee. What was the total cost of the check? So he has to pay, first of all, Doug had to pay traveler checks. Doug had to pay $100 right there in travel's check. So you have to pay $100. But now he's going to have to pay 1/10 of this. So you times this out or whatever, but 1/10 is going to be $1. So he's going to have to pay $1 in interest. So he's going to have to pay for the $100 travel's checks plus $1. Right? Number 22. June Owens had a balance of $618.25 in her checking account before she deposited $100. What's her new balance? Okay, you can do that. So here's her balance, and then she deposited $124 more. There, okay? So number 23. Pete Barley deposited $25 of his $500 bonus check in his savings account. So how much did he deposit? So he deposited, basically you're going to take 25% of 500 to see how much he deposited. So he deposited 25% times, so you're going to times it by what? 0.25 right here. And you deposit, and so then 500 times that you get. So he's going to deposit what? 25% of it is what? There you go. 24. Jason Jones must pay 25 cents for each check he writes. Last month he wrote 18 checks. So what is the charge? Pretty easy. 25% for each check, right? And he wrote 25 of them, or he wrote 18 checks, sorry. So what are you going to do? Times it by 25 cents, right? And so what do you get? He pays what for how much for writing checks? Okay, number 25. This one, so far it's been really easy. This one I think is a little bit more difficult, but we'll see. So Darcy McMillan borrowed $3,600 for 7 months. and had an interest charge of $250. Find the approximate annual interest rate to the nearest 1/10 of a percent. So, okay. So this, Darcy borrowed $3,600 for 7 months. 7 months is basically $7.12. Her interest charge is $250. What is the interest rate? So PRT, so you're going to have to do this with 7/12. So you're going to use the interest rate as PRT. Principal, what's the principal? Principal would be, let's see now, we got the principal would be 3,600 times 7/12. R, we're looking for R because I'm looking for the rate, this number. Okay, and then going on to basically putting as 250 over 2,100, as you have 7/12. Here we got, I took over the 12, 300. So what percent? 5 over 42. 42 goes into here, and so anyway. That one you might have missed. I missed it going through the first time. So it's a crazy one. But anyway, you're going to find the rate in that one. Number 26. Larry owed a credit card company $4,000. He paid $350 1 month and did not charge any new items. Okay, he charged 1.8% monthly interest on the unpaid balance. How much will his new balance be? So first of all, write these all down in the corner. Okay, so you have these. Larry owed credit card $4,000. Okay, so he paid $350 with no new charges, and then his charge that was 1.8 interest. So he was going to have to pay this, and you change that to decimals. So how much would the balance be? Well, you take how much of the balance? You had 4,000 in it, and he owed a credit card 4,000, and he paid 350. So how much did he owe? Minus 350 would be 3,650. So this is how much he's going to have to owe, but he also has to pay the interest. So here's the interest. So you have to take 3,650 times the interest, which is 0.018. And so you do this times 300.018, you know, and then you have this. So he's going to pay $65.70 for interest. So how much is he going to have to pay now? $650 plus this. So you're going to add that and this, and then he's going to have the balance. If you have a credit card, it's really important you know how to do this, because if you're having a credit card and you owe, say you owed $4,000 and then you paid $350, you think, wow, so I only owe $3,650 now. But you're going to have to pay this 18% interest. This 18% interest is this. You're going to have to pay extra $65-70 in interest. Okay, so let's go on to number 27. Number 27 says, find the amount in the account after 1 year if $10,000 is invested for 1 year at 4% interest, and the interest is compounded annually. So you're going to have to use your compound formula here. So this one gets pretty complicated. This is another one that's, so your compound semi-annually. So first of all, you're going to have to say you have $10,000 and you invested it for 1 year at 4% interest. So so you're going to have to take or you have 4% interest, so 10% times 0.0 is $400. So anyway, so what you're going to do, what they did at first is compounded semi-annual. So you're going to have to divide it by half. So 0.04 times, or by half, 20. So anyway, you end up using your formula A equals P times R, 1 plus R, and you have semi-annual would be 2, your exponents, so you fill in these blanks. Okay, I'm filling in these blanks. This is a complicated one, so I don't know if you'll get that one. Okay, number 28. So write true or false. 6.25%. 6.255% equals what? Does it equal that? Nope, it equals 0.625, because this is the 6%. If it was 60%, it'd be that. So what would that be? Okay, number 29. 15 days equals 3 over 75. Okay, 15 days actually equals 15 over 365 days. So does this reduce, right? Well, 5 goes into 15.3, and 5 goes into 365, 73. So it's not 75, it's 73. Number 30, a secured loan is backed by collateral. Yeah, that's, of course, it's secure because it has collateral behind it. That means if you don't pay it, they're going to come and take it. So if you have a car, and you don't pay your payments, they'll come and take your car. That's collateral. That's secure for them. Number 31, a checkbook register is one type of checking record. Yeah, checkbook record is the register. Number 32, when installment plan, okay, is used to repay a loan, the actual rate of interest is lower than the stated rate. No, installment plan, remember, the rate of interest is more. You're going to pay more interest to installment plan. So right there. The compound interest gives a greater return than simple interest. Yep. If you compound your interest daily, you're going to get more interest every day than a simple interest, compounding it on the next number. So certificates of deposits, or CDs. Certificates of deposit require investments to remain in the bank for a specific length of time. That's true. The investor receives a financial penalty if you withdraw. If you try to take out your CD, you put money in a CD, a certificate of deposit, you can't get it out until the maturity date. Well, you can, but you're going to pay a penalty. So that's true. So number 34, or number 35. Now we're down to number 35 here. Let's get down to the bottom here. The series, number 35, series EE savings bonds are sold for 75%. No, I hope you know that. They're 50% of their face value, not 75. They're always 50%. Like if the face value are $100 that you'll get in 17 years, you got to pay 50% of that, $50. Number 36, traveler's checks are a form of a bank credit. Traveler's checks are just checks that are secured by the bank that they give you, so that if you lose the check, you're not going to have a problem, and you always have to write down the serial number of the check. So all that traveler's checks are a form of a check, not of credit. Nothing to do with credit. Number 7, an NOW account is an interest-bearing checking account. Yeah, it's a type of a checking account that gives you interest. Number 38, anyone with your ATM card and PIN, personal identification number, can withdraw money from your bank account. Yes, do not lose your PIN and your ATM card. Number 39, a depositor. Okay, a depositor is required to order checks from his own bank. Do you have to order checks from your own bank? No, you can order them from some fancy place that has some fancy checks to give you. You don't have to order them from your bank, although your bank likes to have you order them from them. That's it.